Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Houston Rockets Red Rowdy. This is
What?
the Rowdy Red Nation Podcast,
Rowdy Red Nation.
the official podcast of the best fans in all of the NBA.
Baby.
I'm your host, John Trapp, alongside with the world famous Rocket astronaut himself, my partner, OG Red Rowdy, Severe
Amir.
Rowdy. What's up, baby? How you doing?
Man? How you doing?
What is it that we do?
We bring the word, baby. That's what we do.
Yes, sir.
The Red Nation to the Red Nation fan base, you know?
Straight and direct to the Red Nation Army. This is the Houston Rockets Red Rowdies. This is for them, by them, and all about the NBA. And, of course, the Houston Rockets, for us, by us. Today's show, we got the playoff preview.
Playoffs, brother.
They're finally here.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Game into tonight.
So the Eastern Conference is set. Not so much with the Western Conference. We got the playoff game still to go. Portland versus Memphis.
Portland and Memphis.
They're going to play to see who's going to face LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Not to mention, we got the Clippers versus Dallas in another series in the Western Conference. But the most important, the most intriguing series of all, in my opinion, the first round of the NBA playoffs is going to be ex-Rocket CP3, none other than Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder versus ex-Thunders. Ex-Thunder. Russell Westbrook, say that 5 times fast.
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
Russell
and
Westbrook.
James Harden. I feel like we just swapped places, right? But all that history, they're about to face off Tuesday night, 5:30s, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1.
Oh, it's going down.
That's going to be an interesting, to say the least.
Series.
Young Bucks versus small ball.
Yeah.
So we're going to be giving our picks for the first round. But first, I wanted to let the people know what we do also is allowed to get the spotlight on the Red Rowdies and people of the Houston Rockets family. So today we're going to be bringing on a special guest, a true fan favorite, Maya Rowdy.
Maya.
She is a original
She's an
OG Van Gundy Red Rowdy.
Yeah.
We're going to get into a little bit of that and what that means.
Yeah.
And also I wanted to give a special shout out to Bell Station
for giving us
hosting
us.
Yeah, they allow us to come in, do the show. Bell Station, ladies and gentlemen, off of 207 West Gray here in Houston, Texas. None other than Bell Station. Special shout out to
Bell Station.
Daniel Rodriguez and Josh Eagle.
Yeah, man. They're showing a lot of love to the Rowdies, man.
Yeah,
they really welcomed us. They treat us with that, that Southern hospitality.
For sure, yeah. Got great food, great beer, great people.
Yeah.
When this pandemic kind of slows up, ladies and gentlemen, just come show that love, show that support, because they definitely show that love and support to us. Also, a special shout out to the Budweiser Red Rowdies.
Yeah.
For all the love and support they give
Rowdies,
us as well.
baby.
Like I said before, for us, by us. Without them, this wouldn't be possible.
No. It's our word, man. We're going to bring, what the Rowdies do, our take on what we think about the team. We diehard fans.
For sure. So with that being said, let's make sure we show love and support by giving us a share and a like to bring all this to the Houston Rockets fandom. Help us spread the word. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Red Rowdy Nation
There you go.
podcast. All right. So, like I said, we were going to get into a little bit of the Houston NBA preview of the playoffs. But first, I said something about the Van Gundy OG Red Rowdies. What does that mean when I say, because you more than anybody know this. When I say Van Gundy Red Rowdies, what does that mean?
Van Gundy, well, of course, he was the coach at the time. And
was it 06?
It was 05 actually, because it was 06 is when they first established. It was 2006. So it was in 05 where they came, and said that the Toyota Center was they dubbed it the quietest arena in the NBA.
Really?
Yeah. And so Van Gundy was like, and it's because of the amenities, the Lexus Lounge, now the Golden Corral Club and stuff like that. It's very nice, but at that time, we were dubbed the quietest arena. So he's like, well, you know what, man? I'm going to give 25 season tickets to the most craziest, loudest, rambunctious, rowdy fools in Houston. And that's what happened. But then McGrady came in and said, okay, well, you know what? You got 25. I'll match that 25.
Wow.
50. And now it's 14 years deep. A lot of people know this, but for people who don't know that, that's how we got established, and it just picked up. We have our sponsors as far as Budweiser, so give shouts to them. That helps fund the Rowdy program.
And it's still 50 tickets a season.
50.
And
yeah.
they
It's
so
like a
basically-
family, though. You become a Red Rowdy, you become family.
Yeah. So as the Red Rowdies come in, and there's a rotation. Or how does that work?
People sometimes come in, come out. We have some old rowdies here. We have some current rowdies here, and especially right now in the times that we're at, it's just,
For sure,
we're not
for
at
sure.
the games, we're having to watch
Right.
them. So that's just how it is.
That's one thing. Right now, we kind of got like an official home or unofficial home here at the Bell Station, and they're
Lot of
kind of
shouts to
the
them.
house. Not only the
Yeah.
podcast, but watch parties and everything for
Yeah.
the Red Rowdies to come. Past Red Rowdies, new Red Rowdies, and they've been so kind, and we're all getting together here.
Yeah.
Being safe, of course, as you can
Definitely.
tell.
Get back.
Don't touch me, bro.
Where's the Lysol? All right,
So
man.
let's get into these playoffs, man.
All right, let's do it.
Should we talk about the Rockets now, or you want to talk about them after everybody's we've gone through? Because the Rockets going to take up a little bit of this time.
Go Rockets, brother.
Nah,
let's do it. You want to go through the teams? Let's do it.
So I was just giving you a hard time because I know how you've been itching to talk about the Rockets. Every time we on a conversation about the podcast, trying to set this up, and
Yeah.
he's like, hey, yeah, the Rockets, they're about to do their thing.
Yes.
I'm like, all right, bro, but what about the podcast? Nah, man, the Rockets. all right. All right. So, anyways, just real quick, let's go through the East because we're not going to see the East until till the finals because we're.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lo and behold, the Rockets are going to be there. Let's see. We got Boston Celtics and the 76ers. Now, the 76ers are going to be without Ben Simmons.
Yes.
Do
So
they
it's gonna
have a chance?
It's going to be on Embiid. He has to be the all-star player. He has to be the best player on the court for his team to win. You know what I mean? Like,
do you think
Boston-
they have? So, money on the line. Who you got? Boston Celtics or
I'm going to go 76ers.
what?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm
Embiid.
hey.
I mean,
gotta
you saw-
put that on the board, baby. Well, I'm gonna hold you to it.
all right.
So, I got the Boston Celtics. There's just too many pieces.
All right.
Jason Tatum.
There are. There are.
That he's starting to become a superstar. So
Hey, you got Kemba Walker, too.
Kemba. I actually think it was a better piece
That's
than
what I'm
Kyrie
saying.
Irving.
Well,
so.
here, so
Don't change your
I'm
pick
no,
now.
I'm staying
Don't
with
change
it. I'm staying with it.
Hold
I'm
him.
staying with it. I got it. Okay, but it's going to take Embiid to be the best player on the court. If he don't do that, no, they're going to lose. But I picked him, so I'll roll with him.
all right.
Embiid, you better do something.
Last year's NBA champions, Toronto Raptors versus the Brooklyn Nets.
Well, I'm going to go Raptors for
Yeah,
sure.
I don't really know what else to say.
I mean,
I don't think that Brooklyn is even got anybody besides, no offense to the players, but as far as superstars are concerned, Kyrie Irving's out. Kevin Durant, of course, wasn't going to play. And you got Toronto coming off a champion. They have the same coach. Kyle Lowry is still there doing his thing, floor general, playing some of the best basketball of his entire career. So I got the Raptors as well. Excuse me.
for sure.
And let's see. We got Pacers, Indiana Pacers, and Miami Heat. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that matchup. That's an intriguing matchup for me as far as the Eastern Conference is concerned.
Yeah.
Who you got?
I think I would probably go Heat.
Yeah.
For
Indiana Pacers.
Jimmy Butler. Yeah, and that is Oladipo's in there, right?
Yeah.
I just think that Butler's going to will his way.
I like the Heat as well. I think I actually think they're going to be the underdogs. Pacers are seeded 4th. Miami is seeded 5th. I think they got the dog in them. So I think the Miami Heat's going to take that as well. Like you said, Jimmy Butler's gonna bring that fire.
Yeah.
Put everybody.
He's been fired up. So yeah.
Ooh, and a good matchup with the Indiana Pacers and the Miami Heat. Milwaukee Bucks, number 1 seed in the entire Eastern Conference. They're going to be facing the Orlando Magic, who actually is the only team that has the home court advantage.
Yeah, right.
They're in the AC.
Yeah?
Who you got?
Oh, man, then shoot. I think I should go with the Orlando.
I think this was too easy. Easy.
Of course, Milwaukee, man.
We both got the Greek Freak. Now.
Greek Freak, yeah.
Special caveat when it comes to the Western Conference, because this is the first time the NBA is going to be implementing a play-in game.
Yeah. Okay, so there was the play-in game. That's what I'm saying with what we were talking about earlier.
Right. So the fact,
who knows? Contraceptive? What was that?
We're gonna edit that out. No, just playing. Anyways, so the Portland Trail Blazers finished the 8 games in the shortened NBA season. The seeding games, the NBA Dubs, 8th place. And so they didn't want to cut anybody out and give everybody a chance that was there, so they designed this play-in game. Whoever was in 9th place or close to because some teams played more games than the other.
Yeah.
So whoever was in a game or a game and a half within 8th place, they got a chance to play a play-in game or a play-in series. The way this works is...
Which was crazy.
It's crazy, and it's kind of like... I feel like it's not something we're used to, right? It kind of borrows from the NCAA, but this way that the NBA is set up is a little different. So what ends up happening is if the 9th seeded team wins that play-in game, they play again. The 9th seeded team has to beat the 8th seeded team twice. The 8th seeded team only has to win 1 game.
Once. Oh,
actually, it adds a little intrigue to getting into the playoffs.
That's not like a normal NBA schedule or even something normal. But given the times.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't have thought of something like that, but if that's, I get what the concept is, but for that to actually, be like that, but that's how they're doing it.
So let's just put it down to you like this. Portland Trail Blazers, do you think that facing the Memphis Grizzlies, do you think that the Memphis Grizzlies actually have a real chance of beating the Portland Trail Blazers as it stands to get into the A seed of the playoffs?
Nah, not if it's Lillard's back against the wall. No.
Your favorite.
Yeah.
Listen, So when
you know how I feel about Lillard.
So I honestly don't think
love
that,
in Houston.
That I could see the Portland Trail Blazers losing 1 game. I don't see them losing 2 games. Not to Memphis.
So backs against the wall. Yeah,
I just think that what Portland had to do just to get into the playoffs. Remember, Phoenix Suns, another one of these teams that were vying to get into
I'm only a Rockets fan, okay? But I felt bad they didn't make it in for that 8-0 streak. Yeah.
They did not lose 1 game with the 8-game seeding schedule that the NBA.
And then they still don't get in. Respect to them. That's all you can say. Like, dude, you really did a good job. I felt like I was watching that Portland game. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was like, come on, man. I wanted it. And Lillard even looked like he almost lost when he bent over and was like, oh, man, I made it. I got that win. Yeah, you lucky.
As we're recording, that game that you're referencing to is Portland versus the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah. And the Nets gave them a game. Yeah. Really, really good game.
He should have, homie, what was his name? I'm sorry, but he should have went to the goal. He settled for that step back.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I don't know who he was either.
Yeah, I don't know.
No offense to him, but that team was made up of a bunch of hard-nosed players that really don't get that recognition. and I understand a lot of these fans that watch the NBA. A lot of them didn't recognize him.
No.
I think to be honest, off the top of my head, it was Dunwoody that was balling yesterday.
Man,
so,
that's right.
anyways,
I remember.
that whole team vying for that 8th place with Memphis, with Portland, with Phoenix, all came down to that last shot last night in that Portland Brooklyn Nets game.
Everybody, if you was a sports fan or basketball,
everybody held their breath when that shot went
that
up.
was crazy, yeah.
And like you said, you could see Damian Lillard just hunch over like, whoo. And that's all that intensity, and that's what is going back to why I don't think that the Portland Trail Blazers will lose the playing game series.
I said back against the wall. I was summed up in what I'm saying straightforward.
All that
if he gets back against the wall, the guy's going to make it happen. You know?
Right.
I mean, for like Harden, which I am not trying to go long into, but like, you know, when his back against the wall in clutches, he hasn't performed. You know what I mean? And he's an amazing player, and I'm not hating on Harden. But Lillard, I feel like back against the wall, he don't fold. He'll
for sure.
He might
absolutely.
He might lose in the next round after that, but he fought to get there.
All right,
Anyways, let's move on, man.
Yeah, like I said, Portland wins it. They might lose the first game just because you had to be kind of so much intensity. They might have a letdown for the next game, but I doubt Portland does 2 in a row. Anyways, that being said, let's go ahead and move on to Denver Nuggets versus the Utah Jazz.
Yes, and I'm going to go Utah Jazz.
Woo!
Yeah, even though I know the Denver and whatnot, I was thinking that the Jazz will pull it out, man. They, you know, Coach Sloan, I mean.
Yeah.
I'm
know
sorry.
someone.
No. Yeah, what's Holly?
It's
the coach. Anyways.
The coach for the Utah Jazz.
Yes, I think he's got tricks up his sleeves. He pulls stuff. Snyder. There it is, Snyder. Coach Snyder. Yeah, I think but, you know, that's my pick. I'm going with the Jazz.
It's really going to come down to
F the Jazz.
D. Mitchell. I think that the Spider, I just can't see it over 7 games.
Okay.
The Denver Nuggets just have too many weapons, too many pieces. Their length is so big.
Jokic, yeah.
So, you know, I'm going to go with Denver Nuggets.
All right.
I think
I'm like 0 for 5. Let's make it 0 for 6. Honestly, you know what? I'm throwing a coin up in the air because I'm waiting to get to my Rockets. This is right?
What did I say? That's what I'm talking.
This is real talk.
People. I'm
give me a coin.
Honestly,
give me a coin. Next one. We're gonna do the next one. We just flip a freaking coin.
All right. So we got the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Clippers. Luka. You know,
I don't want to pick neither, but dang it, I'm gonna go Clippers.
Nice.
I even know Luka Donkey Poo, because I ain't saying Luka Donkey Poo. He's a great player, but the Clippers have all them weapons. And it's all good.
That's a pretty easy pick. But I will say I will be going for the Dallas Mavericks.
Hey, look at that. Okay, there you go.
No, I'm not picking them.
Oh,
I am going for them. I'm rooting for him.
Nah,
because I do like I like to watch Luka play.
Okay.
To me, he's an.
You make a valid point.
He's an extension.
He's a good. I mean, over the Clippers, I don't know. I don't think I'd rather watch the Clippers play too. They play many more days. But if you took Luka and just took him off that team, it'd be cool. But I just don't like anything Dallas sports.
That's funny. All right. So we both picked Portland to make it through.
Yes.
Portland, Los Angeles Lakers. Who you picking? Who you taking? LeBron James, Damian Lillard. Who you got?
Ooh, man, because I want to pick Portland so bad because of how hot Lillard is right now. I mean, it's basically LeBron versus Lillard in that aspect, and I mean, of course, AD, et cetera. You got Nurkic and I forgot their starting center, but I mean, even though it is, I think that LeBron will get past the first round.
I think the sexy pick right now is Portland.
Yeah.
But I
just don't see LeBron exiting in the first round.
Oh, that's tough.
That's what
tough.
I'll say.
But I'll
You
say
put
this,
LeBron
and
out,
I've
ain't
said
nobody watching the NBA.
I've said this. That's not true.
I'm
That's
not saying.
true. That's not true. Don't give LeBron all that credit.
Hey,
don't get me wrong. Fabulous player, polarizing player, one of the greatest to ever do it.
Nationally, that is, not
Right.
in Houston.
Right.
We don't care about him.
I just don't think that the West is the East. He can do all that stuff. And
Yeah.
look, as good as LeBron James is, he was able to dominate the East for so long, go to the finals 6 straight years.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't even make the playoffs last year. 1 year into the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
His Los Angeles
I
Lakers
know.
stint, right? So
And to watch him go out in the first round, that'd be hilarious.
the West is so much deeper.
Yeah.
You know, like we could go rattle off. I think that if you move the teams from the West to the East, Dallas would be like at least 3rd place, and they're 7th in the West. Houston would be 2nd or 3rd, if not 1st. You know, if they had to play the East, and not to take anything away from the Bucks or you know, even the Toronto Raptors, but it's not the same thing. And then on top of that, we have to go through a gauntlet of hardcore teams. So when it comes to LeBron James and being this enigmatic, special talent, taking it to the next level, I promised I wasn't going to say that. But with LeBron James being able to take over and dominate, I don't think he could do that as easily.
All right.
At 30, what is he, 36, 37 years old?
He's an old man
in
now.
the Western Conference. So, I
so
got
what?
the Portland
Boom!
Trailblazers. And I think it's going to be in 6 games.
6?
It won't
Portland
even
in
go
6.
7. It won't even go 7.
All right.
Damian
You know what?
Lillard,
Believe
CJ
me,
McCollum.
Believe me, I would love to see that happen. Even though as much as I don't like Lillard, I'd love to see him get thrown. Get him out of here. You wanted to go to L.A., you skipped us.
I tell you what,
could have made some money over here, buddy.
It's just
you went
too-
to L.A.
it's
And
too
I'm not hating
easy.
on L.A., but I'm just talking about the team. So, hey, I would love to see him get dethroned. Get him off that high hill that he's on. Get out of here. But I just think I'm picking L.A. because I think that he is, quote, unquote, Mr. NBA right now. Like, that's who the NBA rides.
For sure.
Right. I mean, we all know the real player is Harden. Thank you.
Hey,
But
speaking of which,
the most
Houston
talented
Rockets,
offensive player.
Houston Rockets versus the
Might get another one of
Oklahoma
these.
City
Like
Thunder.
Garcon.
The Oklahoma City Thunder, ex-Rocket, CP3,
Oh.
Chris Paul
There it
facing
is.
off ex-Thunder, James
Westbrook.
Harden and Russell Westbrook.
Both.
This is going to be so intriguing.
Yeah. And I
if-
wasn't really, I honestly say I didn't want to play them. I was actually wanting to play Utah again, get some revenge back on them. We get them. Easy pass. But I did. I wanted to play the Jazz to get a little revenge back on them. But we're playing the OKC. They got they got a lot of stuff over there, and it made me a little bit more nervous. I'm not saying that I'm scared of them and we can't beat them or anything like that. I just chose to play somebody else, and now we're playing them. So, NBA, of course they want this. Even all the announcers, Charles Barkley was saying, "Oh well, that's my most favorite series I want to watch now." Because it is. It's it's going to be a good rivalry right there.
Right, for sure.
This game, and even Westbrook being out, but that'll be something we'll get to.
No, you brought up a good point. Westbrook will undoubtedly miss the first
Westbrook,
game.
We love you, man. Get healthy fast.
see.
Get in there, man. We need you for this.
was
This is your
probably-
show now because this is your team.
I think by the 3rd game, it should be a week, right? So
Yeah.
they play Tuesday. We're recording on a Friday. That gives him some time. So he gets a strained quad muscle, I believe. That's what the
Yes.
official word was.
Yeah.
And so if we can get him by the 3rd game a week, I think that at most the Oklahoma City Thunder can make this a 6-game series. I wouldn't necessarily be worried unless it came down to 7. But even then, with our pieces, with Russell Westbrook, James Harden, we got Eric Gordon back. Jeff Green is probably my most improved player throughout this whole
for
season.
sure. Boy, he's come out and played.
and of course Robert Covington, PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
All those pieces combined and everybody finally getting healthy.
Small baby. Small ball.
Should Russell Westbrook get healthy as well, we've actually finally got the complete team. And the way we've been playing, the defense we've been playing, I just think over a 7-game series, Oklahoma City Thunder doesn't have a chance. They can stretch it out for us. They might make us nervous.
Yeah.
But OKC doesn't have it. They don't have enough.
I think Harden's on a tear, though. He has something to say.
And I am sorry to say this, and I'm a big supporter, and I'm a fan of Chris Paul, but if he has to do it all, I don't believe he finishes the series.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No, that's a big one. Yeah,
It's just,
but you have to take into account for that. I mean, he was with us, and I mean, right there. I mean, if any time, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get me into talking about something, but yes, if any other time there would be to like hold it out and play through it, or even try or something. I know it's an injury you can't do, but that would have been the time, and he didn't, and now it's like, yeah, we're playing him now, right? So maybe is that not our focal point? Wouldn't that be my focal point?
Right.
Run that guy down.
Yep.
Get him doing. I mean, that's my focal point.
Right.
Put Tucker on him. Let him run him around. You know what I mean? Just body him up.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah. Go put Harden. Go put Harden on Adams because he already guards some. He'll post up some centers, right? Go throw Harden on him. Go over there, put Tucker on CP.
Right. Exactly. No, that's a good idea.
That would be
idea.
Throw some body on him.
So, I don't want to get too much into the second round, but if we were going by our picks, we would face Portland in the second round.
Yeah, let's do that. I got some real bad blood for them and that, guys. Yeah.
Even then.
I'm waiting for that.
I digress.
Pipe dreams, yeah.
And this next segment of the show, I wanted, we brought up earlier, I wanted to bring on a special guest today. Maya Red Rowdy.
Maya.
Let's bring in my man. Introduce our next guest.
Hey, what's up, man? I want to introduce, I call her Rowdy Maya. This is Maya, Maya Jones, but we call her Rowdy Maya, one of the OGs from the original tryouts.
2005.
I'll tell you what, man, I've been in the trenches many times with this woman. You think my name is Severe. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
I've seen this girl get wicked. She get crump, just like all of us. We all do. She in there like,
Yes.
Oh, she get a cut. Oh, no.
You got a nice little call.
It's on another level.
Yeah.
Because, we've been there in the highs and lows. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
we
So
have.
a lot of years that we put in together.
That's true.
Like I've always said, once you're rowdy, you're like fam. You know
That
what I
is
mean?
true. Yeah.
We just have that common love for the Rockets, and
Yeah.
just that passion.
Right.
Yeah, we
spent
definitely
many
do.
good times together.
Yes.
So let me ask you, I kind of wanted to get the whole story about how you actually became a Red Rowdy, and you said in 2005?
Yeah, 2005.
Yeah.
What happened was I was watching the news and they announced, I think on Channel 2, that the Jeff Van Gundy was
Van Gundy.
concerned about the
JVG.
atmosphere,
Nice.
the dead atmosphere at the Toyota Center.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get some energetic fans, some people that would really be loud and transfer that energy to the players on the court. And so I came out. I made a little homemade outfit.
Yes,
nice.
The year before, I was a
All the
season
Rowdies
ticket
are
holder.
creative, man.
So the year
Really.
before, I was a single season ticket holder. I'm sorry. It was
touche.
2006.
I was too. I was a
was
season ticket holder
2006.
as well before I became a Red Rowdy and then found my
it was
home.
in 2006, not 2005. So
Yeah.
I,
06.
Yeah, 06. And so Jeff Van Gundy was sitting center court over there in the red section where all the cushy seats are, and he was watching us audition. And I just got to see everybody's energy and everybody try out for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I came up with my own little
That's what you
routine.
gotta do for the tryouts.
Had my own little homemade outfit. And I just yelled and screamed and came up with some corny routine.
Nice.
And I got
Well, that's what
selected.
they liked, though.
I got selected.
Wait. I want to see it. I want to hear it.
I don't remember.
Oh
what it was.
yeah. Seriously. Oh no.
That was like
and I'll
14 years ago.
Yeah. It was. Wait. So it was 14 years ago.
Right.
/ 14 tryouts to go too. So
Right.
we've done many different tryouts.
Wow,
That is
guys,
So you can tell
every year.
Every
Yeah,
year,
every
we
year
all
we
try
have
out.
to
all
try
of us,
out.
OGs and all. We got
every
drummers
year.
and all, captains and all. We all try out.
Wow.
Every year they
You have
want to
to.
do that to keep
Yeah,
it fresh.
You got to keep it fresh.
You don't want to take.
Nice,
You don't want to
nice.
take.
That's why I
this for
say
granted.
anybody want to be a Red Rowdy, come try out, see what you got, see if
Right.
you can be one of us.
Nice.
And it's
It
not
takes a
like
commitment.
it's not hard to try out. Just go out there and show why you're passionate about the Rockets.
It's funny
Right.
because Severe
Which we gonna
actually
get you to do. Get on
so
that.
Severe
That's
today.
another one.
We're drawing up the podcast and everything, and he literally was like, right now I'm an honorary because there's no way to try out, right? And I
Right.
kinda-
Yes, exactly.
we didn't
Exactly.
meet till after the season actually started. February, right?
February.
Oh, that was
February.
cool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
anyways, he was telling me, he's like, hey, bro, you know. I'm like, what? But then in the back of my head, I knew what he was trying to get at. He's like,
Right.
you're looking at me. Like, when you know.
You know what? I'm a captain. I said I'm a captain.
You
I
need-
will win.
So
Let me
he's
tell
gonna-
you.
You're right. He's gonna hold the feet to the flame, and he's gonna
Make sure you
I
try
gotta
out.
try out next
Yeah,
time.
you should. You absolutely should. That would bring you into the. This is something that people have no idea the energy
Yeah.
and what it takes to be a Rowdy and to sustain that for 3 hours every game, no matter what. Keep that focus.
Yeah.
Stay engaged. Try and cheer the fans on. And just be there for the team because they go through things on the court that they need to see. They need to hear us, and that's what we're there for.
I one of the reasons I even brought this idea up, and we linked so well together when we brainstormed,
Right.
Yeah.
is this is something I don't see. Like, it doesn't exist in the NBA
Right.
on any other level before we did it.
Right.
No,
Right.
exactly.
So
No,
these are
yeah.
like super fans.
The Rowdies
Right.
are pioneers.
Right.
Period.
Right.
In the
Right.
NBA.
And they try to imitate. I've seen other teams try
Yes.
to imitate
The
it.
Utah
Right.
Rowdies, the Jazz Rowdies. Remember the Jazz Rowdies, if you didn't know this, were the only ones that like straight bit off us. They were like the Jazz Rowdies.
Rowdies,
I knew
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
like them.
Yeah, the Spurs. The Spurs, they have their group, the
Baseline
baseline bums, which they had them technically maybe before the Rowdies, but for sure we know about them
But they were
after
their
the
own.
Rowdies.
They were their own deal.
Yeah, they
weren't affiliated
weren't.
with the
But we're
Warriors.
They
so
weren't
big.
really. They
We're
weren't
so-
really energetic like us. It was a bunch of senior citizens,
Yeah.
and like they were bums. That's what they were called.
Baseline bums.
What do
I
you
still call
expect,
them
right?
bums right now. You're a bunch of bums.
Yeah, and then so Andrew
Same,
Bogan, Bogan, when he saw us, because he was playing for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
When he saw us, he took the Red Rowdies idea back to Milwaukee, and they started a group.
Yeah, they publicized that last year too. You
Yeah,
saw
they
that.
started a group. 'cause
They
that was
blowing
some
them
years
up,
ago.
but,
They
hey,
still there.
We're the trendsetters.
We really
we're the
are. We
pioneers.
are. We
you
are.
can't fade the funk.
Right.
You can
Right,
copy
right.
it, but you can't be the original.
Even I've been to the Atlanta Hawks game, and they had a section that they rotate
Oh,
those
yeah.
same people.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't have the same people. They rotate them every game.
That's all right. We'll
I,
put a hit
I
on
mean,
other
I
teams
saw
trying to
their
be like
section,
us.
so I've gone to other
Real
home,
fans.
arenas and seen what they did. Not every team has a group like us, but
Now-
quite a few of them have tried to.
What I've noticed by
Yeah.
talking to you a little bit off to the side, what I noticed about you is that you have a lot of commentary when it comes to the Rockets. And I brought that up, right?
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
like, and he looks like you let me know. He's like, with that look, that same look. I knew it. He's about to get deep, right?
Right.
You know.
So he told me that you are actually one, if not the first person after the games on 790.
It started off with 610,
Yeah,
and then
but it's
when
been
they
a while.
when they
Yeah, when they
moved over
switched.
to 790,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it with 610. I had the same host that ran the After Rockets Talk
Yeah.
with Sean Bijani.
Sean, yeah.
And we just had a really good vibe. And I called in after every game, and after a while, maybe a year or two went on, I was doing this, people would come up to me. They was like, you're Maya. And I was like, I didn't even know
Low
that
key
this.
famous.
Yeah, I didn't even know, right? And what really got me one day, as a season ticket holder, because as a Red Rowdy, I also bought a season ticket. So I had a season tickets. So that's double thing. So I'm supporting them on the financial side
Nice.
and the energy side. So I went to an event at McCormick and Schmitz. It was a summer event for season ticket holders. And guess who came up to me? Guess who came up to me? Tad Brown, the CEO, right?
Whoa.
And so we sitting at a table, and one of the guys was about to say who I was. He said, "Oh, I know who Maya is. She got her own line when she called in on the radio station."
Right. I
I
got
was
the
like-
Maya line.
Shout out 790-16.
right.
And
wow.
I was blown away. I was like,
Wow.
he really thought I had my own line to call into because I was the first person.
You got that bat signal call.
Yeah.
But
Rockets
I
wish
she
have
exit
to
the game and
dial
pump
that
on the horn.
number. I have to dial that number 20 to 30 times to get through.
No way.
Yes, I
Well,
do.
they cut. Well, it's right after the game too.
Right
so
after the game. And so me and another guy, Gerard, we jockey. We take, like, jockey who's going to be first. If I ever wanted to maintain being first caller, I would do it. But there are sometimes I'm like, I'll let Gerard have his moment. I'm all right with that. I'll let
I love
Gerard.
it. I
I'll let
love it.
Gerard. But
Shout
then-
out Gerard.
So other season ticket holders that I've known for years, they were like, we don't like it when Gerard gets on. They hate it. They hate it. So they were like, "Ma, you gotta call in. You gotta call
and
in."
that's why she's so good, man. She gives
So,
great commentary.
with that being said, I want get your commentary not only just in the seeding
Right.
and the playoffs and stuff,
Right.
but like this iteration of the Rockets with small ball. How do you like it compared to the way that we've constructed the Rockets since Harden has been on this team? Is this the best Rocket team that we've seen up to date?
No,
Wow.
it's not. It's not. No, I felt like with Paul and Capella and Harden, that was and Ariza and PJ Tucker, Eric Gordon. That was our best squad, and I'll ride that to the end. That was our best group.
The one that
took it to the almost to the
Right.
finals.
Golden State Warriors
We
to
were
7
one
games.
hamstring injury away from winning it all. Let's just be real
half
about it.
a game.
Yeah, half a game away. And shooting 27, going 0 for 27, or however many
Freak
threes we.
accident.
Yeah, I mean, like
got it.
but we lost that series because our coach does not know how to make adjustments.
Boom.
And we've seen that Rears ugly had when you remember we had the lead on the San Antonio Spurs series, and we had just beat OKC.
I told you she gives you
We
that
had just beat
commentary.
OKC, and Nene was dominant, right?
Yeah.
So Nene get hurt the first game in the San Antonio series. So you put your star point guard in the post guarding Gasol and LaMarcus Aldridge. Meanwhile, he also has to run your offense and be the leading scorer. But that's what you do. And you don't expect him to run out of gas on game 6.
Okay. Okay.
Like
have to-
you got Montrezl Harrell sitting his ass over there, and you're not doing a damn thing with him. He gets traded away. He's the sixth man of the year.
Red Rowdies.
I am definitely having her on the show.
Actually,
we might have you on the entire show because there's so many things I want
Told
to
you.
talk
Yes.
about because I got to unpack
That's
so
Rowdy
much.
Maya,
but
man. That's why I wanted to have her on.
Listen, I am a Dan Tony. I would consider myself a critic. I don't think that he's the best coach, but I don't think that he's the worst coach either.
Yeah.
And I think that he's
Respect
a coach
to him,
that
man.
could give us
He's
a
the
championship.
offensive genius.
1. 2 is this is the first time I've actually seen him being able to adjust. What I mean by that is this defense that he's installed in these seeding games
Right.
has been the best defense I've seen all year.
Right.
And for him to do that and get more time with everybody, the way that he adjusted midseason with the way Russell Westbrook and James Harden play and their ball dominant guards,
Right.
the way that he adjusted showed me that maybe he's learning to adjust. Now, can he take that with that same defense mentality?
Yeah.
Can he
But
take
he
that into a series?
He adjusts
Right.
with Westbrook also saying that
Yeah.
I'm going to play my ball
Yeah, see,
over
that,
I'm not going to shoot threes.
well, we don't want you to shoot threes because you're inefficient in that area.
Yeah.
So, and we need
And so
you
he
to
was like,
attack.
Yeah.
And
that's
what
what
was
he did.
happening, he didn't have that chemistry with Capella. And when he was, dropping the ball off to Capella, he fumbling in it and whatnot. The chemistry was between Harden and Capella. It didn't get really established between Westbrook and Capella. So then it was like, well, he's taking up the paint space. This
Right.
is where Russ attacks. He thrives in the paint.
Right.
So if we get rid of him, then we can get more out of Russ. Because we don't need you to shoot
But
threes.
did that not work? It worked.
It worked, but there's a downside. Like, you could have 2 pluses and 7 minuses in the whole situation. The thing that I need the Russ to be the aggressive rebounder if you're going to get rid of our rebounder. for paint, because you can score in the paint.
Right.
I need everybody to team rebound because he did do that and he was good at that. And then who are you going to have when we're getting out-rebounded 10-1? And especially on these second chance points, the amount of physical energy, the exertion on our small ball lineup, they're not calculating that. That takes a toll on you. And then you don't rotate people out. You don't have a longer bench. You don't use all of your bench. You need to shave some minutes off of
Hold on, wait.
Tucker.
I
mean, let's just be real about it.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but there's a lot of stuff that I try to unpack with you. But I love it.
He's feeding off this air.
But
he's groveling, man.
Okay, so D'Antoni, yes, he has in the past he has not rotated players in and out, especially in the playoffs. I think it's like 7 is his magic number, right? And that's a lot to put on players.
Yes.
But this type of basketball with as much energy, like you said, that they exert,
right?
They have to literally go deeper into that bench. And when I say that, we got Eric Gordon back.
Right.
So the bench in the seeding
Which
games
he
have
needs to step it
allowed
up.
Right.
Daniel House to come and play important minutes, who we can translate into playing good and deep into the playoffs.
Right.
Also, Ben McLemore has been shooting lights out.
And he's better on defense. Yeah.
Again, that's another player.
Right.
That's another player we can put in coming off the bench.
Right.
And I think also you're discounting the fact that we did get rid of Capella, but we got somebody in Rocco that can shoot the 3. Capella could never do that.
You're
Can
right.
rebound, not as well as Capella, but also not clog up the lane when we got two attackers.
We do.
So
we do.
with that being said, if we can get a coach that if this coach can
Right.
If you can get a coach,
right.
I'm looking at the first round of the playoffs.
If our coach can rotate well,
Right.
get deeper than 7 players into the playoffs,
Right.
into the series,
Right.
and be able to keep on using James Harden and Russell Westbrook in that give and go type scenario,
Right.
Where they take kind of turns,
Right.
attacking and slashing and shooting threes.
Right.
I have no problem with it, and I can definitely see them getting into the deeper rounds of the playoffs. With that being said, do you think that the Rockets beat the
Thunder?
Oklahoma City Thunder?
Yes, we can. I think we could do it in 6, maybe 5 games. I mean, but it could go 7.
Rockets in what?
6. Rockets in 6.
Rockets.
I'm going to call
That's what I
Rockets
did.
in
That's
6.
what I said.
I said Rockets in 6 because, and I did that before Russell Westbrook injury. So I think with that, it might have to go 7 because I had 6 in my mind.
Right.
Okay.
But I didn't anticipate. I anticipated him to be there, and so what I'm concerned about it could go 7, and I don't know if our others will consistently step up.
Right.
It's a game of others.
You're right.
I think the stars will do what they have to do. They're gonna do them, but they can't do it all.
Yeah.
And our depth in production, consistent production with their 6, 7, 8.
All these guys are locked in.
They
too.
have to bring it because if you don't strategize if they don't strategize, we already know Schroeder's been eating us up. Even when he was in Atlanta, he used to get on us. I mean, he has. I don't know if he's auditioning. I don't know if he's auditioning or what. I don't know. But this guy gives us the business every time.
Love it.
He gives us the business, and you have to have a target on him. You got to have a target on him. You need to slow him down.
Coaching strategies at that point.
Yeah, and then they're we already know they have the size about them, but then they got Amadou Diallo shooting 3s. They got some other people I don't know all their names, but I've been watching their game, and truth be told, they have some
Rockets
people
in 6, though. Rockets in
they
6.
have some people that could contribute, and you know who gonna pump them up is Chris Paul. He's gonna pump them up.
Who's gonna pump him up?
Chris Paul gonna pump them up.
CP,
He's gonna have them believing that they got the moon and the stars. This is worth the moon and the stars. He's gonna sell them on production, and he's gonna give them that confidence. I want to know who on our team is gonna absorb that confidence and say, you know what, I'm better than you.
All right. So you have the option. You're the GM. Chris Paul, all things equal, right?
Right.
Contract, health, everything.
Right.
Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook. Who you taking?
It's
Truth
here.
be, yeah.
Oh, hey.
I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be Chris Paul.
wow.
And that's only because
You heard it here
Wow,
first,
that
folks.
hurt.
That's
Excuse
only
me, no, Rona.
because Chris Paul doesn't cost you possessions. He doesn't turn the ball over, and he does what he does very well. And I sometimes feel like Russ you have to take the good with the bad with him. He's really good. But he's turnover prone, and sometimes it's when you're in a nip and tuck game, possessions count. And he's been struggling from the free throw line. Let's just be honest about that. That's a big damn problem. You can't. So if you're attacking the paint and you're getting fouled, and we put you at the line, we don't get no points. Do you ever see Chris Paul doing that?
But he doesn't attack. And I'll say
he's a playmaker. Not an
He's a
attacker.
playmaker, but he got that mid-range shot where he lulls you to sleep and he hits that.
Right.
It's
Hey,
money.
I'm a Chris Paul fan,
It's
but
money.
he ain't a Rocket.
The Rocket by baby.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, he has his
Westbrook's a
moves.
loose cannon, and that's his game, right?
Westbrook,
But that's what we got to ride
physical
on.
aggression is what I like about Westbrook, and his intensity is there. I
Yes.
know in his deepest
So if you
part
put,
of his soul,
Chris
he
Paul
is gonna
and-
do
Yeah.
he's gonna win. He's gonna do it all to win. But he makes some questionable decisions at times, and that's where he gets a little bit down
So
over
what kind
Chris
of player
Paul.
would you say? He's just like a loose cannon kind of player?
Well, I think
It's
that
unbridled energy. It's like a lot of
Nice.
unbridled
I like that.
energy. A lot of unbridled energy.
I like
and,
your vocabulary. It's pretty good.
Well, thank you.
I told
Yeah,
you.
it's really good.
I'm telling you,
So,
the commentary on this
I think
woman.
for what the Rockets are, Russell Westbrook's a better player for our system.
For this system now, because it's created around him. He chased off Capella.
Ladies
This
and gentlemen.
system is created for him. So to me, the onus is not on James Harden. The onus is on Russell Westbrook because
Ooh.
Anyway, he should have been
because this system
He
was
needed to be
set
showing
up for
This is
him.
his game.
It was set up. We had a good thing going on for a while with it. I mean, granted, we didn't understand the Chris. We didn't know if we was gonna get a healthy Chris Paul, and Chris Paul did not do well in that last series.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed in his performance and Capella's performance. They cost us their Golden State series, and I don't know why the hell they decided to play like ass, but they did.
Girl.
And so that really sealed his fate.
We'll bleep those out.
That sealed his fate. That sealed his fate. Now he reinvented himself. He's a vegan now. He got a different health approach. I'm not gonna be mad at him for that. But the Chris Paul that we last saw in Houston is not the same Chris Paul now. So I feel like if you compare the two, Russell Westbrook last season was better than Chris Paul version last season. But this season I think Chris Paul got him on the edge. I mean, a little
ooh.
edge
I like that.
because
I'll take that.
because
I like
of
Chris
his
Paul fan here.
his fourth quarter execution. That's when
He's
the game
an
is
OKC
lost
fan
and
or a
won.
Rockets fan?
I'm a truthful fan.
Right.
I'm truth. I speak the truth, man.
I don't disrespect OGs, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we got it.
But
Right.
that's not who's gonna win us the series.
Got you.
It's
No,
not gonna be
understand.
decided
Right,
on them. It's the others, as I stated. It's the others that's gonna push us over to beat them in six games. I pray that Russell Westbrook comes back.
Oh, yeah.
But this gives a perfect opportunity for Eric Gordon and McLemore and House and
Step
Rivers
up.
to step the
Step
hell
up.
up,
Yeah.
earn your money. You riding off, Harden's coattail superiority, all that. He's doing it all. Take some of that off of him.
Help him out.
Help your brother out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss
your brother
Rowdy
out.
Maya, thank you so
Rowdy
much
Maya.
for coming in
Tell
and
him.
partaking
Tell him.
with us. Enjoying us. I would love to have you back.
Oh,
I cannot
please.
wait to have you
Okay.
back.
Maya's
Not only
coming
that,
back.
I think we need to have her on the entire show.
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
That-
All
that-
right.
that-
I
that
appreciate that. I
was very
appreciate
good
that.
commentary. Last thing before you head out, should the Rockets win, and they will win, who are they playing in the first round? Is it Memphis? Is it Portland? Or in the second round? Excuse me. Who are they playing in the second round?
I'm not.
Is it
I
Memphis,
can't.
Phoenix,
I don't know. I really don't.
or
I mean,
Lakers?
I haven't looked at it beyond the OKC because that's the only series we have
Right.
our attention on.
No,
And
okay,
that's
okay. I respect that. I respect that.
It's too much going on, and I don't know. I know we're gonna beat this.
Well,
Because you
I'm-
can only win the series you're facing.
Right.
So I'll start thinking about that when I know we won that series.
Right.
you go.
Other than that-
I'll take that. So that means you're going to be back on the show, and we're going
Yes.
to reapproach this question.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
All right. Thank y'all.
All
I
right.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much. It was so much,
Cool.
so much fun having you on. I
That's right.
appreciate your insight. Brought another level to this show. So
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right. We
What
are
up?
bringing this show to an end, but I wanted to bring in real quick the man that brought us together, man that made this happen.
Exactly, man.
Eddie.
Some truth.
Eddie Rowdy, how you doing, sir?
Rowdy Eddie,
Doing
man.
good. How are y'all?
How you doing,
Pretty
brother?
good.
You doing good, man?
I'm doing good, man. I just like what what I brought together here. It's just all
Look
for
what you did,
guys,
man.
Yeah.
It's all for you guys, man.
Hey, man.
You know, I
For
want to
us,
show the
by
same
us.
love.
That's what's up, brother. That's
Red
what's
Rowdy
up.
Nation. Rowdy Red Nation.
Rowdy Red
Ladies
Nation,
and
baby.
gentlemen, thank you so much,
Yes,
Eddie.
sir.
Hey, real quick, who do you got? OKC or Houston, Texas?
Oh.
Houston Rockets.
Oh man, you know me,
Boy,
man. Come on, man. What kind of question is that, bro?
Hey, man.
Look, man. You know what, bro? I
can't
know
tell
me,
with all
man.
that gear you got
H-Town
on.
all the- Hey, man. You know, let me just say it, bro. H-Town all the way, baby.
For
you
sure,
know,
for sure.
It did upset me though that I saw Westbrook was out for the start of the playoffs because I kind of wanted to see that. You know,
Who did you wanna see?
CP3.
Say it again.
I
I'm
wanted
sorry,
Westbrook.
Yeah.
Westbrook.
Oh, he's out.
I'm
Yeah,
upset that he's out. You know, it would have been cool. You know, Westbrook against CP3,
Well,
former
it's
teams.
just
You know,
at the beginning. I don't think he's going to be out the whole series.
nah, man, it's just at the beginning, man. Like
No,
we'll be fine.
No,
you know,
for real. Yeah.
But
It
I
is.
got
This is
Houston,
his
bro.
old team.
Like man, this is his old team. You know, like it would have been cool. You know, like
Right.
we
right,
trade
that whole-
CP3. You know, he goes over there. We get Westbrook, and it would have been cool for them, you know, to go at it in the first round. And out of all the rounds, the first round.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? So you know, I wanted to see that, but we're fine, man.
I saw a
We're
cool
good,
stat
man.
that
Like,
said if CP3 loses, that'll be the fourth straight
Yeah.
year that OKC
Yeah.
loses in the first
Oh,
round.
yeah.
Four
Or,
straight
sorry, or
years.
third
Oh,
straight
yeah.
year. I'm not too sure. If Russell Westbrook were to lose, it'd be his fourth straight year.
Yep.
Yes.
you know, you know what, man?
There's so many intriguing storylines
Yeah.
like that.
That was.
I was kind of already
references.
expecting it. It was either OKC or Utah, and we can never get away from OKC or Utah in the first round.
Yeah.
For the past 5 years, 6 years.
I'm
like,
tired of watching
you know.
the Rockets in Utah.
Yeah,
There's so much history. Luckily, we've
Right.
been on the best side of that, better side of,
Of course,
that. So,
of course.
Anyways, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Wanted
That's
to bring
right,
on
baby.
the one that brought us all together, the one that made this happen, Eddie Rowdy.
You already
That's
know.
right, buddy.
Severe.
You already know.
Man, we
man.
did
You
it
already
again.
know.
We did it. Oops. We did it again. Y'all don't
Hey,
want that?
you know
Okay,
what?
my bad.
Save the best for last, baby. You know
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm saying?
H is up. H sound. We are out.
Did it, baby.
Yeah.